Oh, it is. I don't see you. You're pouring a brew. You're pouring a brew. Hold on. Invite. Oh, Tina, there you are. Tina, are you there? I don't hear you at all. I don't see you at all. Oh, that's really bright. No. Tina, I think you're up here. Start your Manny cam. Just burped. Manny cam? I thought Manny cam was for porno guys. I'm inviting everybody. Tina, it's not working for some reason. Tina, I'm not sure what's going on with yours. Michelle, I just invited. Oh, Tina, there you are. I see your face, but I don't hear you. Okay. Uno momento. I can't. Oh. Look at Haps. Haps just sent something to me saying Periscope connection unavailable. We've attempted to connect to the broadcast 5 separate times. However, the Periscope app is non-responsive. If you wish to retry, please toggle Periscope.
That could be me. That could be me. I was trying to broadcast out to my Periscope, so that could be my fault. For whatever reason,
lovely voice.
For whatever reason, it's not connecting out to Periscope, and I'm not quite sure why that is. They're just not connecting up.
Okay, hold on. We got to get everybody on here. Boom.
Oh,
it says the same on mine. Periscope connection unavailable.
I love her voice.
She does have an awesome voice.
We got to get our grid going here. Wait, where are you?
I think it's because Periscope's going down the shitter. So basically, they don't
surely not.
They don't want to connect to anything.
How do I get you all on the grid?
You need to click us all on so we're all blue. So click on all of our doodads so we're all blue, and then hit the grid. There we go.
There.
Boom. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Can hear you loud and clear. All good.
Hi, nice to meet you, Tina. Nice to see your face. I've seen you in the comments before, but it's good to see you.
So good to see you guys.
And Max, is there anything we can do to help? That's the only reason why I came here.
I've missed your original. I think this is the second broadcast. We were all live when you were live. So
yeah.
What's the gist? Catch us up, Max. What's the story?
What's the tea?
Let's spill the tea. The tea is I'm very curious about how live streaming works now, because I see myself, which I'm giving content, we're doing educational shit and everything, which is really fun. And then I look at other people, they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there.
They just sit there like this.
Yeah, they just sit there. They just kind of...
Yeah, to be fair,
they're on their phone, they're doing their whatever.
Yeah, but I'm guilty of that as well, so I can't talk about anybody's content. However...
Girl, you can just sit there and talk, read the phone book, and people will just throw things at you.
I agree.
I wish that were true. The numbers thing.
I would.
There are a lot of people on here who seem to have a large number of subscriptions, but when you actually delve into it, it's come from their socials. And when you delve into those, you can tell that they've bought followers because the engagement doesn't match the number of followers that they have. They have
more than that,
small, percentage. If you look at someone's Instagram profile, for example, and they're posting something. I'll use myself as an example. I've only got something like 400. I don't think I've quite hit 500 followers on Instagram, but my audience are engaged. They're engaged. There's a lot of replies on the posts, and people are interacting. When you look at someone who has, tens of thousands of followers, and there's maybe 2 likes or 2 comments, or
I'm sorry. I did that the other day to check on someone, and I literally was thinking they talked such a good game about their Facebook, what was happening.
Yeah.
So I went over there, and I'm like, it's a freaking ghost town. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably thinking about the same people when we're talking about this. Obviously, I never name names, but we're probably thinking about the same people. So it looks as if there are lots of followers, but actually, it's all bullshit. It's all about ego. It's all about trying.
It really is
superior in some way. The numbers mean fuck all. Seriously,
Max. Here's the
engagement,
thing. And
people are engaged with you. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Here's what I have figured out, Max.
Yeah.
And this is the honest truth. Okay, I'm going to be 50 in April, and in the course of the time, like I've been on the internet since the internet began. Like
I'm 55. So there we go. I'm 55.
There we go. So
I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. But
all I've ever
seriously,
wanted.
I thought I was older than you. Shut your mouth. You're not older than me.
Well, you let this poor woman finish her story.
No, it's okay. I'm having fun with this. Usually I'm the oldest in the room. Usually I'm the oldest, so this is nice. I'm feeling good. So just make me feel better. Anyway, when I started when I started doing the internet and I started learning my place on the internet, when I figured out where I belonged and I found a place on the internet with Periscope, what I figured out was it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And so for me, it's not about the numbers for me. It's about the people. And so when you, and I know some people need the numbers because you have people you're answering to, like, I don't know how many people you normally have come into your channel. For me, it's about who I can touch that day, who might need to hear what I have to say, what I might need to, somebody I might need to reach that day. And so, oh, Grant, hush, you're gorgeous and you're still young at heart, so that's all that matters.
I think,
Grant.
I think the problem is the ones who have a higher following or on the surface appear to have a higher following seem to somehow be deemed as being more important than those who don't. And that I'm not saying that's necessarily the case on Haps. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm not specifically talking about hats, but I'm talking about generally. Very general.
Like your influencers.
Absolutely.
I
They're
don't
not
see
influencing anything. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
That's what I was saying. An influencer is just that. Someone that's supposed to influence people. That's why I say I'm a Christian and a motivational speaker.
I don't know how many followers you guys have because I can't check your profiles while I'm in here. I had a not a huge following on Periscope, but fairly substantial considering that I was just a middle-aged woman with a phone talking shit on the internet. But the reason
I love her.
The reason I managed to accrue, 15,000 followers or whatever it is, I don't even,
Good job.
But that's because I knew how to deal with trolls. And they would come in, attempt to troll me, and then I would be funnier than them. And they're like, oh, okay, kudos, respect. She's quite funny. Okay, follow her. My other social media platforms are very average and very mediocre. Considering what I do and who I engage with, it's a very small... I don't have anyone on my Facebook that I don't know personally. And I think there's only something like 1,000 people on Twitter and maybe 400 on Instagram. I don't collect people. I don't collect numbers. I would much prefer to be able to engage with people. When you've got so many people following you, there's no way you can possibly engage with everyone. It's physically impossible. Yeah. But these people don't have to because most of them are bots. They are. You look at the numbers and you see how many followers they've got, and then you see how many interactions are happening on the posts, and you're like, there's no way that somebody who has 25,000 followers should only have 3 comments on that post. There's no way.
Exactly.
Exactly. And you know what?
Like, I mean, my thing is like when I was on Periscope, I mean, there was people that had 1 million more followers than me, but I had so many more hearts than people. So I had I had a smaller number that were more engaged, which I love.
Exactly. And that's what you need. That's what social media should be working. Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, the thing I wanted to point out was, and it's kind of like Helen, like, you know, you can tell the difference between someone who's grown a following organically through interaction, because it's not all over the internet. You know, like I've been on Periscope for the 5 years it's been on. It makes sense that I would have a large following there. I got more serious about Twitter somewhere in the second 2.5 years into Twitter. So that's my second. I'm barely on Facebook, very small. But it's people I know and interact with, their family and friends and all of that sort of thing. So I know everyone on my Facebook page. Instagram, same thing. So, you know, think of it like business, and maybe that'll help you. And I don't mean like business in the business model sense, but business as in you have a service like what Tina here was talking about. You have something to offer. You have some interaction with people. You have something to give.
Michelle, that's my other thing, is that I'm actually on social media for my business.
Exactly.
And so it's for my business. I mean, I just do it because it is to share a way of living, of helping people to have peace and joy in their life. And I've been clear about that from Periscope from the beginning and from all of that. And maybe you're right. Maybe I just need to look at, like, there's a lot of bullshit going on. There's a lot of bots going on.
Don't let it mess with your mind. Don't let it mess with your mind when you see people doing better than you, because where you need to have your you need to be settled in where you're at, because you know you're doing the job right, okay? Because other people are cheating the system in some senses. And now let me tell you something. Like, I went live the other night on Haps, and I was getting hearts like nuts on Periscope. But I didn't have but like 2 or 3 people in my live. And so like I thought I was doing really great, you know, I was doing really good. And then I get off there and I notice it's just hearts. It was all hearts.
And you know, it's interesting.
But you know what?
It was say this thing about Haps. Just let me know what you think about the Haps situation. Is that Haps is really interesting, because when all of us, we open up our Haps, they show you 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of seeing their same old faces sitting there doing nothing.
Over and over and over. Even when you go to the trending, it's still maybe 8 people. And
I didn't even know you guys, except for Max.
Exactly. That's the only way I know you, from the comments. I've never met you personally. I don't know you're broadcasting.
Well, I was going to say,
amend that.
I think the thing about Haps is, before we come on to Haps, I just want to go back to, because we're jumping about, I wanted to go back to, it's worth noting that in the past, where people would buy bots to get followers to look like they've got a large number of followers, people like Instagram in particular are being really clever with the algorithms. They're spotting that nonsense. So what happens now is accounts have a trust number, right? They've got a trust figure. So what happens is the higher the trust figure, so say for example you've got 200 followers, right? I don't know how many followers, because I don't check that shit, because I don't care how many followers anybody has, right?
I love how honest she is.
So say for example you've got 200 followers. It doesn't matter whether 200 to 2,000 whatever, but say you've got like a 20% engagement rate or a 25% engagement rate. You've got 25% of the people who are on your followers, you know, consistently commenting. Okay, that's quite a high engagement rate. And what they do is, when you post something, they'll show it to some of your followers. They don't show it to them all. They just show it to a very small number of your followers first. And depending on how much they engage with that, then depends on how much further they push that content out to the rest of your followers, and then maybe the algorithm will push it out to the rest of the platform. So if you're followed by mostly bots and you're not getting any engagement, you're not getting that pushed out to the rest of your followers because nobody's engaging with your content. So it doesn't matter if you've only got 200 followers or 20,000. If you're not getting any kind of engagement, if they're not genuine followers, you're not getting seen. So honestly, don't worry about the numbers. Okay, it looks good. It looks like you're popular, but actually, you're not doing yourself any favors. Like Instagram are really clamming down on this. They're pretty, on the ball with. They're not really looking at how many followers you've got when they're trying to sort of like engage influencers now. It's more about the interaction and
The actual numbers.
the actual
And
genuine, legit, the
Periscope-
trust, and they give you a trust
Yeah.
number.
Periscope never cracked down on any of this, though. That's what my point was.
They came across and they're like, yeah, we're going to stop the bots. We're going to stop
but
these
the thing about
bots.
Periscope is Periscope was greatly neglected by Twitter, right?
Right.
The difference between something like Periscope and Instagram is people make a living off of influencing on Instagram. People are making that a career, okay? So Instagram are going to clamp down. They want to appease their people, their advertisers, right? So they're clamping down on the bullshit and the fakery, right? So they're being very careful. They're paying attention to, and they're giving people a trust number. So it really doesn't matter how many people you have on Instagram. You can be an influencer with 200, 400 people if it's genuine, legitimate, and you've got actual influence within your people that follow you.
Right. So let me just say that I take it totally. I get it.
So the next thing was, I was going to come. I know I'm talking an awful lot, but I was just going to quickly jump in about the thing about Haps, Max, and then I'll shut up.
Okay.
I think there are a lot more people on Haps than we realize.
Yes.
I posted something. In fact, most of them, when you go back and watch how many. Now, I'm not interested in views. Again, I want to clarify. I don't give a shit about views. And people who talk about how many views their videos have had really piss me off. But when you see how many people are actually watching your replay, there are people around. We're just not seeing them, and I don't know why we're not seeing them. Maybe because they're not VIPs or whatever. But we really need to, and I'm not keen on this suggestion of categories. I'm not keen on that at all, because I personally would fit into about 12, maybe even nearly 20 different categories, depending on what I'm doing that particular day. So who is it that's going to dictate what the potty mouth category? Like, are they just going to put me in the potty mouth category and forget about the music and forget about the comedy and forget about the, do you know what I mean? Who's going to dictate that? I'm not happy. I'm not happy with that at all.
Yeah.
I wish we could do a search in the search bar by, well, I don't want to say hashtag, but like by content. Like, I just want to type in art and see who's all doing art right now. Or
I think we're planning on doing hashtag related, Michelle. That's what we're talking about, I think. But
let me just say one thing.
Sorry,
no, it's good, Helen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Like I just see Nancy on YouTube saying, I haven't seen anything from Max in weeks.
Wow.
And
are you serious?
I am on
every
4 times a week at least. And I'm always on, and I'm always doing things, and the algorithm is not letting people see me.
Where has she not seen you? Has she not seen you on Facebook, or has she not seen you? Is she in Haps? Like, where is she not seeing you?
She's coming from YouTube. She looks like she's coming from YouTube.
Yeah, but I broadcast not right now, but I broadcast on YouTube all the time.
Several times a week, exactly.
Yes.
That's concerning. I can see why this is of concern.
But are you subscribed to on? Is it YouTube? You're looking.
When we have all of us here, the 4 of us here, when I'm seeing the comments here, are those your YouTube people or my YouTube people?
I'm not on YouTube, so it's not me.
I don't think.
Well, I know I've got a couple of family members in here, but I think they're in here because they knew I wasn't here.
I think I am broadcasting out to YouTube, but I don't think I have enough followers for anybody to even know about me.
Well,
so Tiffany is one of my big followers who I look for. She just says, I always have to search for you, or I miss you.
Weird.
And she's very engaged with me.
But that could be an issue on YouTube, not HAPS.
I was just going to say that might be,
This is
yeah.
a HAPS problem.
I do
Nancy
know that
says,
right now HAPS is
okay.
having some issues. They're working on HAPS in the background right now. I do know that they've had issues with a few things here and there. That's why they've got the little, if you've got a problem in the lower right-hand corner, click the little box and let us know what's going on.
HAPS multicasts out to wherever you're multicasting it out to, right? And it does that
Yes.
regardless. So if you're multicasting out to YouTube, it's going to multicast out to YouTube. If she's not seeing you on YouTube, that's not because of HAPS, that's because of YouTube. So either she's not subscribed, or there's something wrong with the YouTube algorithm, or it's not pushing your live content. I don't know how YouTube pushes lives. It'll be different.
YouTube's also changed their algorithm.
Well,
you need to know that.
That could be why. That could be why she's not seeing you on YouTube. Then.
Now, Heavenly Dew has a really good question. She goes, "Has anyone on the panel checked the stats here and cross-reference stats on your multicasting platforms?" Hashtag
really
very
care.
interesting. And I think for me, I was surprised when you said that there's more viewers in HAPS than you think. I was literally surprised at how many in-HAPS viewers I'm actually getting. Now, I don't know why that is. I was expecting it to be from elsewhere because I'd been elsewhere for 5 years.
Yep.
But the people who are commenting, the people who are coming in, the people who apparently are putting their eyeballs on it either live or afterwards are primarily coming from HAPS. So I don't know the answer to that. But I do know that they did come over from Periscope and now they're here.
Right. Let me just say this. Thank you. Mel says, I always get your notifications, upcoming post. I just can't always join you at a weird time. I understand that. I totally get that. I guess I'm curious about how HAPS is doing their algorithm.
Me too, actually. Good question.
Well, the priority of Discovery, and they've told us this, the priority is people with badges. So if you're a VIP or a verified journalist or a campaigner, you are
I have a badge.
Yeah, well, you'll be pushed to the... I've seen you on the trending list. You're pushed to the top of the list because you've got a badge. That's a that's why they're prioritized on that. I do feel sorry for people who aren't badged. I do think that's because I know there'll be people on here that we have no idea that they exist because there's no way to discover them.
Well, a couple months ago, Pablo and I talked, and he was like, "Oh, you're huge on Periscope, so I'm going to give you a badge."
Oh, well, that must be nice.
But that was before they changed all that stuff. I mean, I'm not talking out of school here, but he was
no.
Because he looked at my Periscope and he was like, "Wow, you have like 400 million hearts, and you have all these people. Right. You deserve to have that." So, but I don't even know if that even means anything.
Well, it does, Max. But the other thing I would say is actually the reason we know that there are quite a lot of people on HAPS watching is because I had to earn my badge here. Periscope took my silver VIP badge away. They took away 150,000 super hearts as well. I can't claim any super hearts. I've been there for 5.5 years and I've had nothing, not a single penny. And I'm not bemoaning that, but my point is I came onto HAPS and I was earning enough viewing figures to make the badge within about a week. So there are enough people here
there you go.
to make, you don't need to bring the badge over from Periscope. There are enough people on the app watching the content to become a VIP on the platform.
Can't get one to save my life.
I would suggest that you go for your VIP badge because you do get prioritized on their algorithm when they're on the Discovery, on the trend.
Tried. Talk to Peter. Said I'd have to earn it. Don't know what I'm supposed to do to earn it.
Okay, so hang on, sorry, Michelle, hang on. So what are your numbers? How many people are coming into your room? How many people are watching you?
Well, I mean, it just depends. It depends on what time of day I, do a program where I'm, because I'm doing it to everywhere.
Okay, so what you do is you play smart, okay? All these who are going around saying, "Oh, just invite us in because we're big noises. We've got 70,000 whatever followers, blah, blah, blah. To do your HAPS challenge, invite us in. We'll get your numbers up." That's what you do. You give us a shout. give somebody who's badged a shout. Call in Matt, invite us in. We'll come in, get your
But
numbers.
I don't like using people though. That's
No,
the
you're
thing.
not
I
using
feel
them.
bad
It's
using
not
people.
that. No.
You're not
No,
using
it's a
anyone.
community. It's a community.
Yeah.
You're
It's
not
like
using
if you
anyone.
want to be if you want to have like Max wants somebody to watch, not just be that person to be watched. Am I right?
sure.
That's why he's talking about this. He wants
Yeah,
to see other people, and we all want to be renewed and hear other people's story and find people. And many of us have already said, we actually want to see fresh new content from people we've never heard from before. We all,
yeah.
I think, really realistically want that. Now, I was late to the party. What happened was when they brought people over for Periscope, at first it trickled and then it was a landslide. And then when it was a landslide, they said, whoa, okay, you guys are just going to have to earn your badges. We're going to cut off this whole, So I was like Helen, in a sense, I didn't have my badge strip, but I had to earn it as well. And, I just started getting to know people in here, and I don't know.
Everybody I've met has been amazing. I will have to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't meet you guys on Periscope, and I really hate that
Yeah.
because
Yeah, it's a lot more. Listen, Haps is a lot more interactive with really getting to know people, which I love.
And we can actually go live with each other, and we can have a face-to-face with people that I would never have gotten to talk to face-to-face. Like Vince and Eric were the first two people that I got to go live with. And oh my gosh, it was such a blessing. I've never had so many people in my room before. I had more views that night in my chat than I'd ever had in my life.
Yes.
And they didn't do it for any other reson but that they wanted to sit and talk. And it meant so much to me,
That's what we're talking about.
Well, that's kind of what I meant.
I know.
I think people have misunderstood in the comments what it is that what I'm saying.
Oh no,
okay?
I get what you're saying. You just invite people in.
Okay.
You're already talking to people who are who you're friendly with, who happen to be badged and have a large following. Invite them in. They don't have to come in if they don't want to. If they feel that they're being rude, they won't join the live. But you know, everybody else is going around saying it's that savior. It's the white knight mentality. I've got X amount of followers. Invite me in and I'll get your numbers up. It's really arrogant to think that broadcasters aren't good enough at broadcasting to get their own numbers up. Good
point.
Right?
Good point.
However, if you want to go for your badge, people who have a large following, it's all about getting people engaged and bringing them in.
Yeah, it is.
Baby to bed.
Hold on. Let me just see. Tina, I don't know what you mean by sorry.
She's putting the baby to bed. Putting the baby to bed.
Carolinda is afraid of broadcasting, and I understand that. I get that. And I Heavenly Dew, you said something up here. I just have to say. Is Heavenly Dew, you're talking about your gold badge and transfer and all that stuff. I had a silver badge that they stopped they just stopped it. So I totally get that. And it is all good. You're right. It is all good.
It'll come.
Yeah,
I think we have to stop focusing on the numbers.
Thank
you.
And
there's far too much talk about numbers on here. And I don't quite know why that it can only be ego.
But Helen, I have to say, is that if you're doing this for your business, it is about numbers.
This reminds me of early Periscope. It really does. It reminds me of early Periscope.
You are running a business though, Max, but the people who are banging on about numbers mostly aren't. It's all about.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
It's smoke and mirrors.
It's like a superiority complex. But what it does is it makes other people feel shit.
Yes. Oh, for sure. I get that.
And there's no need for it. There really is no need for it. There's nobody any better than anybody else on this platform just because they've got a few extra followers that they've probably paid for. Like, I'm sorry, but no.
And you have a good point, Helen, because now I'm seeing on just Clubhouse, if anyone's on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
I see on Clubhouse that there are all these people wanting to buy Clubhouse followers now. So
See,
they
this is a new platform thing, is it?
see people and they have 18,000 followers or whatever. And it's just like, it's all a scam. And Helen, you're totally right. It's a scam on some
I'm
level.
always right, darling. And you only just
You
noticing
are
that.
always right. You're always right, Helen. You're always
A
right.
woman being right all the time? Surely not.
Because
Scottish
Scottish women,
women being right all the time.
Scottish women who drink tea and eat
Well, she's
shortbread
Scottish. Oh.
are always right.
Too right.
But I mean, this sounds like an early platform pattern because you're saying Clubhouse. Clubhouse is fairly new. You know, this is
No,
is
Clubhouse
fairly
has
new
been
thing.
around for a while.
But I'm just saying,
Clubhouse.
I'm just saying this shit
I get
happened
it.
on Periscope in the early years. People were
Yeah.
buying stuff. Social media marketers were all the experts. I know what you need. I am the answer to all of your problems. I know this, you don't. You know, let me show you the way. I mean, there's so many gadget gurus that were on and social media marketers. And guess what? They disappeared off of the platform, did they not? After
Yeah.
it was like
I
no
don't-
longer.
I don't
We were
necessarily-
all clients to them. We were just their clients.
Pause. Hold on. Helen,
Yes, darling.
Oh.
Hey, walkers as well. Nice.
that's
Very
for
nice.
Helen. That's for Helen. Just
Excellent. I
wanted
had
to
my
say.
shortbread earlier. Very cool. Very cool. Eat it with a nice cup of tea.
Oh, Tina went away. What happened to Tina? She left.
She'll come back. She's maybe just her internet connection's maybe dropped. But I was
Oh,
gonna say,
Carolyn.
I don't really necessarily see this as an issue with HAPS. What I do see it as an issue with is everybody's connected their social media platforms, and it just makes it look like you've got a lot of subscribers, but most of those are fake from before. So you've got people
Or
who have bought,
Even if they're not fake, Helen, you have all these people that you rarely interact with on Facebook.
Correct.
Right. Totally.
It's not. There's no engagement. It's not genuine. The numbers. It's just a number. Pluck a
Right,
number out
totally.
of the sky. It's just a number.
But what exactly I'm concerned about here, specifically with Max, is discoverability because he's worthy of discovering. If you haven't met him on Periscope, I mean that genuinely. Like, I met you on Periscope, so that's why when you came over here, I immediately wanted to come and be a part of your content. Now, there are other people who may not have met you through Periscope. They
Well, I was just about to say, can I just say, Max must be discoverable because we didn't connect until HAPS. Much the same as you and I kind of crossed paths on Periscope.
That is
We
true.
didn't really know each other. I don't even think I'd crossed paths with Max on Periscope. So the fact that Max and I have connected with each other means that you're discoverable. Otherwise, I wouldn't have discovered you, right? So they're doing something right.
Carolinda, I invited you. Let me
To
just
answer
do
Tiffany, I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland, Tiffany. Just to catch your
Yes.
question there. I wasn't ignoring you.
She's what? Scottish.
Pure Scottish in that schwam, by the way.
She's Scottish.
People could listen to you all day. I seriously want to get like a few things you said earlier today, like on a loop, just so my
Now
boss.
I want shortbread. Now I want shortbread.
It's collaboration time.
This-
Oh my god.
I've been to Scotland twice. And I go to Scotland and all I do is like, how much shortbread can I eat?
Oh
I
my
just-
god, so delicious! I love shortbread.
Best, right?
Reading the phone book, Christina. Just read the phone book for it.
Ace Bell says she discovered me on found me on Discovery page. Thank you.
Nice.
Carolinda, I already invited you. You didn't accept my invite. I'm not blaming you. So Carolinda, I said that. Oh, Dina. Okay, you can come up.
Everybody mentions the voice. I'm actually considering setting up a Fiverr. You know, Fiverr for freelancers that do sort of. Yeah, I'm actually considering setting up a Fiverr for voiceover work. So if anybody wants to say something, you'll find me on Fiverr at some point.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's like you could probably do stuff
It won't
like
be
that.
porn.
Yeah,
I won't
for
be
real.
taking on porn job. So.
Wait, hold on. Nancy's got it down. I'm going to share this. Hold on a second. Present on screen. Nancy has it down. This is it. Present
Oh
on
my
screen.
God.
Oh, I can't present it on screen. Oh, there it is. I'm going to read the phone book naked next time.
That's what you should do. Get your nips out. Open Bob.
There we go.
Oh, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
Dun, 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 dun,
my.
dun, dun,
What
dun,
nice tats
dun.
you have. Oh, baby. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you never saw this or this. All my tats. Okay, wait, hold on.
Helen,
Max, talk us through them.
You see what this says?
I can't. It's too small.
we can't see
Can
the
you
writing.
imagine?
I can't see
nice.
you go.
Oh, share. No?
Very
No.
cool.
I can't read this.
It says
Somebody
believe-
signed
it
it.
says-
Believe
it
in
says
magic,
believe-
and
it
then
says
somebody signed
believe
it.
in magic.
Believe in magic. It's Olivia Newton-John's
Oh,
autograph.
Share. Whoops. That was
very cool.
that. Oh,
So
looks like a big C.
That's where Olivia signed me, and I got it tattooed. And here
Nice.
is where. Oh no, this one. You see that? one?
Marie Osmond. It looks like a
Yeah,
lip.
Marie Osmond, my girl.
Ooh,
Those are her lips, and she signed that, and I had it tattooed.
that's
very
very
So-
cool. How did you manage to how did you did she put it on a bit of paper or something? Like, how did you get the lips, or did you keep it on your arm until you got to the tattoo artist?
No.
Like, how did that work?
Oh wait, she literally signed it and kissed it. Well, she signed it, and I went right to the tattoo artist right after she signed it.
You have to.
Her, her lips wouldn't transfer onto my skin. So she put it on a piece of paper, and then later I had her lips put on.
That's
after.
very cool.
Oh, that is so cool.
This is really cool. So, and then the Olivia one, she signed it for me, and then my tattoo artist put it on here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I don't
And
have
then-
any.
You don't have any.
Neither do I.
Oh my
No,
God. I'm showing
That's
lots of nips. Lots of nips going on here.
all right. Just go for your life.
Well, it's pretty good for 56-year-old nips.
Woohoo.
All right. So wait, where'd you go?
56? No way.
I'm 56. Wait, hold on. Oh no,
You're
this
looking
one.
good on it.
So this is a sigil. This is a sigil. You know what a sigil is?
No, I don't.
So the sigil is a sign for, this is the Archangel Uriel, who is my archangel.
Mhm.
So it's a sigil that's put on here. So yeah. Those are just some of my tats.
That's very cool.
Arr!
Grrr.
Arr! All right.
You've got some people waiting in the wings, my lovely. You've got them sitting on standby.
Oh, shoot. Thank you so much. I was too interested in my tats.
That's all right. We were all engrossed in them. Nobody noticed that they were sitting there waiting patiently.
They were looking at my tits.
They're very perky too, I must say.
Okay,
Should I
welcome,
have a
Carlinda.
question to you?
Hey, Max.
Hello,
Never-
Carlinda. Wait, what happened
Nancy.
to Dina? Dina dropped out.
She's coming back.
Uh,
She's back.
Oh, she's coming back. There you are. Carlinda, you got some nails.
Should I be which way are you broadcasting?
You like 'em?
Portrait or,
No, you look
Landscape.
fine, Dina.
but I don't see you. Oh, there you are, Max. Your little thing there. Okay.
Yes. Maybe I should put my clothes back on.
I don't know. I think it might have boosted your numbers.
My numbers are skyrocketing right now
Okay.
among the women and gay men.
Can I interject for a second?
You just found the whole new audience.
Okay, we gotta let's welcome Dina and Carlinda. So everybody
Hi,
follow
guys.
everybody here. So Dina, tell us what you broadcast. I know you for a long
Okay, well,
time.
something to okay. I broadcast. I'm a psychic medium, so I broadcast doing card readings and mediumship readings where I connect to people's loved ones, and I love doing that. That's my passion.
And she's
I'm
awesome.
hearing an
She's
echo.
she's awesome.
Thank you.
Great. Follow Dina. Now, Carlinda, tell us about you.
I'm a college student and I'm a year away from getting my PhD degree in forensic psychology.
Nice.
And I'll be able to work with the FBI or a federal prison if I choose to. And I want to work for the FBI because that's really where I want to be at.
Oh, I hear an echo. Hold on one second, because I have you all streaming through my big speakers. So let me just change this a second.
It could be. I heard an echo as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to take you off of my. Hold on. Where is it? Bluetooth. I'm going to turn off my Bluetooth. Hold on. Disconnect. Okay, that'll probably help it. I know.
When we talk.
Is that better, everybody? Because I have
so.
my whole speakers going on. Is that better?
Much better.
Yep.
That's much better.
Can I interject about something here?
Yes.
You guys were talking about Scotland. Well, do you remember Scottish Diana? Well, you met her, Max. Scottish
Di.
Oh, yeah.
Love her.
Anybody else know her?
I remember her.
We were just talking about this, Max, because
Yes, we were.
Yeah, she was
Okay.
to do cooking or something, didn't she?
I didn't. She did all kinds of cooking shows, and I didn't know I was part of her contest. But this is what I won.
Oh,
Other way.
no, the other way.
This way. Oh, cool.
Little
Oh,
Scottish
nice.
cookbook. Oh,
Excellent.
Nice.
Have you made anything from it yet?
I will read the titles of the food, and you tell me if you've ever made them.
Oh God, no
Herring-
pressure.
Herring in oatmeal.
What was that?
herring and oatmeal. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
herring. So that's fish. I haven't ever made that. No.
Something smokies. How about Aberdeen butteries? That sounds good.
Those are rolls. Rolls
Yes,
that are
that sounds good.
heavy,
Potted-
buttery. They're nice. I haven't made them, but they're nice.
How about
Oh,
potted?
I like that.
HOUGH. Potted hue.
Don't know it. Don't know.
Or pork stovies. You've had stovies. Ellen, stovies.
Stovies. I know what they are, but I've never made them. But I know what they are. They're like a kind of almost like a casserole type thing with potato, and it's like a cross between a casserole and a stew.
Yeah, Dina, get closer to your mic because you're low.
Okay.
You are
probably-
super quiet. That I'm struggling to hear you.
Okay, it's probably because my microphone is down here, and
Got you.
okay, I'll bring it a little close. I'll bring it
Okay,
closer. It's
My cats are going crazy. Hold on one second.
okay. Then we got Scottish woodcock.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I didn't mean to snark, but it came right out loud. What?
Scotch woodcock.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, hold
beg
on,
your very
hold on.
pardon. Okay.
Hold on.
I think it's a bird.
Rude.
It's a bird. It's a bird, right? It's a bird. Tell me it's a bird.
Okay, hold on, everybody. Do you see this? See this?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You know what it is? It's a bone.
Yes.
Right.
So I had a pork chop tonight on this bone.
Oh, and the cats have gone. They've just raided it.
They found not both of them, but one of them found it, and she was just taking
Dragging it
it
around. That's their prey.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Dog.
I had a cat that used to sound like she was barking, like she was socialized by the dog. I had a dog and a cat, and like the dog kind of raised her from a kitten, and so she would bark to go outside.
That's funny.
Anyway, so I have one cat that eats people food.
Other way.
The other one doesn't want it at
By the
all.
way, cockaliki
What is
soup.
that? Cockadoo?
Cockaliki soup.
There's a
That
lot
sounds
of,
like
naughty
something from
words.
the islands. Kakaliki, kakaliki.
I know. It does.
Kakaliki.
This is a good laugh. Oh my god.
Kakalikia, kakaliki you.
Does that say bridies? For bridies. So a bridie is like a pasty. It's like a pastry. So it's like a you
But look
kind
at the
of
name of that one.
yeah, the woodcock. You said that already, but
I know, but I wanted to show Matt. Cockaliki
oh,
Scotch woodcock.
Kakaliki woodcock.
That's
Now we're getting into some dirty.
Helen, what is happening to us tonight? This is like the second broadcast.
I'm not responsible for this one.
You should see our last broadcast.
I mean, I'm
just saying.
filled, but I'm not taking responsibility for the grotty wee cookbook. That's not my doing.
I know,
But
I know.
listen,
And neither was
everybody.
the last one.
One of my things in starting this broadcast is broadcasting about nothing, and this is what we're doing.
roast.
There you
pheasant.
go.
We're doing
Seinfeld,
nothing, Max.
Seinfeld
That's funny.
method.
Present.
There you go.
What'd you say, Carolinda?
We're doing nothing. That's funny.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Wait, what? Wait, Dina, what are those birds?
This is pigeon. Pigeon
Oh, pigeon.
casserole.
No, I've never had pigeon, and I wouldn't say that was traditionally Scottish either. That's weird.
Oh, it came in this roast pudding, roast venison, haggis. It even has a recipe for haggis.
Naturally.
Of course.
Nancy says this broadcast is going to get
Bloody
reported.
dumpling. Mhm.
Black
Nice.
Yeah,
Bloody
that cookbook
dump-
is killing me
dumplings
too.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm going to drop down. So if anyone else wants to put their little face in the window,
Okay,
go for it.
thank you so
You guys have a
much.
great
It was
night.
great to
I
have you
just
here. So,
I
Bye,
just literally
Michelle.
wanted to kind of support you and encourage you, and also to just let you know that you are awesome.
I
You
love
are-
you, Michelle.
You know what?
And you're fucking awesome no matter how many followers you've got,
You're
right?
number
I know.
one. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You're number one. The best number there is.
You're number one. You're number
And-
one. Thank you.
All right. Yes, we love you.
Have a good night. Thank you, Michelle.
And I mean,
and
the thing
Tiffany,
is I'm
Now
Yeah,
you're
Tiffany-
talking.
if you
Coffee with
Tiffany,
both
if
pianos.
you sponsor me on Haps, I get more of the money.
Coffee
Just-
with Drum Brewery.
Now
Okay.
you're talking.
That's a recipe for you, Max.
What
Boozy
is it?
coffee. Coffee with drambuie in
Oh,
it. Like, almost like
drambuie.
almost like an Irish coffee. Yeah.
That's an
Nice.
Irish coffee. I love an Irish coffee. But I gotta have my whiskey and my heavy cream and sugar in it. Yum yum yum. Yum yum yum.
Now I want an Irish coffee.
Come on. Come on. Who doesn't like an Irish coffee?
So nice. That's very cool.
That's very
You'll have to make something from it on broadcast. You'll have
Yes.
to broadcast well. Get the haggis recipe out and broadcast it.
Yeah, I might be Scottish descent, but I'm not haggis.
Oh, your mic. Dina, you have to do your mic. It's too far away.
Well, the only way I can do it is to go sideways on here, and then it. Are you guys sideways? Or are you on landscape? Or are you on? Which way are you broadcasting?
Landscape, I think.
Landscape.
Okay, then I can go landscape. Okay. I
Yes.
didn't know that. Okay. See if that makes a difference. Does that make a difference?
Talk.
Hello, can you hear me now?
No, it's still pretty low.
You're pretty
Can you hear me
quiet.
now?
Hold on.
Are you whispering? Dina,
are you
doing your ASMR? Is that you being all sexy and seductive? Why are you so
Right.
Is it ASMR?
She's doing her sexy, quiet voice.
I love that. All right. What are we going to talk about now? Let's talk about our favorite movies.
Ooh. Where to start?
Helen, first. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, I don't know if I've got just one. I've got so many favorite films.
Off the top of your head, first one, go.
Well, okay, Trading Places, just because I was talking about it the other day and it's got so many fantastic one-liners in it. I love
Yeah.
that film.
That's a good one. I love it. Carolinda, what's your favorite movie?
I'm not sure. I don't watch movies.
Okay. All right. Dina, what's your favorite movie?
First one that comes to mind is Annie, the original Annie.
Oh, Annie Hall or Annie?
Annie.
Oh, the musical Annie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, with Anne Reinking. Anne Reinking, one of my favorite people of all time, who just transitioned. So,
What about you, Max? What's your favorite film of all time?
Sophie's Choice.
Ooh.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
That's heavy duty.
And Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and Parenthood. And Streetcar Named Desire.
I like reading better than I like watching TV or movies.
You like what more than TV and movies?
Reading books. No.
Oh, that's to our favorite books. So, Carolinda, what's your favorite book?
I like the series of this one author. I had it on the tip of my tongue, but I can't name it now. But I like C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, great. Love C.S. Lewis. Love it. Helen, what's your favorite book?
Stephen King.
Stephen King's good, yeah. I'm going to surprise you here because I'm usually such a cynical, grumpy git, but I love Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I know that book inside out and back to front, and it's not my only favorite book, but I have about 3 copies of it sitting behind me. I love it.
Oh my God! What about Sense and Sensibility?
Not so much, but I do love Austen, and I do have that as well. But I think Pride and Prejudice was her best work, for sure.
I love that. Dina, favorite book?
I don't have a favorite book, but I do like they call it New Age, but it's actually Old Age books. So anything to do with learning about spirituality, anything to do with learning about love and intention and all kinds of goodies.
So non-fiction, that's more like reference.
Yeah, so there's there's category nonfiction and fiction. So
yeah,
I always get those mixed up, but I like.
So I've got a question to ask Dina. What's the difference between New Age and Old Age?
Well, what I mean by that is they call it the New Age learning, but actually this has been going around. This has been, as Max can attest to this has been around for
forever.
Years, like forever. It's been a part of who we are. They call it the New Age, but I call it whatever you want to call it because it's not new. It's not new stuff. It's
It's just been repackaged and sold on like a commodity.
Roxy.
So
hold on.
Because I love learning about, spiritual things and.
So is law of attraction like a New Age too?
Yeah, that would be
because I believe in law of attraction, that what you get, how can I say it? What you put out there is what you get back.
Absolutely.
And what you put in the atmosphere is exactly
your words.
What you're gonna.
Your words become your reality.
Of course.
And Max can attest to that because he teaches the Course in Miracles.
That's what I do. Tiffany says Wizard of Oz and the Shack and the Bible. Good.
The Wizard of Oz. As a kid, when I was maybe about 2 or 3, I wore out a VHS cassette. I watched the Wizard of Oz, the original Wizard of Oz, so many times.
Now Helen, you haven't come into a lot of my teaching broadcasts, but I use Wizard of Oz all the time as really the greatest spiritual story ever told in the most amazing way. So I agree. My favorite book of all time, fiction, is The Thornbirds.
Haven't read it.
Does anybody know the Thornbirds?
Nope.
Bye,
Never heard of them.
Tina. Thank you so much for coming.
That sounds like a musical group.
It does. You're right.
Thornbirds is a classic Australian novel. And they made a mini series of it in the 90s. And it's incredible. It's one of my favorite books of all time. That's all I'm saying. Mel knows it because she's Australian.
G'day, mate.
I'm
How's it
I'm
going,
in the
mate?
process. I'm in the process of writing a book too, so you know.
good for you.
What's the topic of your book?
It's actually a memoir of my life,
Oh, cool.
and
What's the plan with that? Are you planning on self-publishing that, or do you have a publisher? Or
yeah,
how
I'm gonna self-publish because
That's
I
cool.
don't like the idea of going and paying a publishing company and then they take off the top of
And
my
you
stuff.
also have deadlines and things as well, whereas you can take your time about it if you're going to publish it yourself. Like you can, you're not stuck to a
Right,
deadline.
and
Of when,
it's my content, so I mean, I don't think that people should be making money out of my content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I get you. And also, you don't have to edit down.
Sorry, the girls
When
are
you get other people involved. You've got to follow deadlines. You've got to, they'll edit bits out and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. Whereas if you're publishing it yourself, you've got a lot more control over that. So that's cool.
Well, I've self-published my book, and it's on Kindle and everything, and it was good. It was interesting to do that.
Need to put a link up for that, Max. What's it called? And we'll put a link
It's
in the
called
chat.
Say Yes If. Say Yes If. I'll find it. Hold on.
Yeah, find it and stick a link in the chat for people.
So where can we
Say as if.
So can people get that? They can.
Hold on. It's still on Kindle, actually.
Oh, it's Kindle. Okay, so that's good. That's nice and easy for people to download it. They don't have to actually physically wait for a copy or whatever.
Right.
That's
Right.
cool.
Hold on. Let me find. How do I share this? Is it here? Hold on.
Do you not think
Is
it's
it an
interesting that?
ebook?
Sorry.
So what's the name of it again?
I think this will show. Say Yes If.
I was going to say, do you not think it's interesting that
There you go.
creative
That's right.
people tend to migrate towards creative people? Like if you think about all the people in the chat, so many people are writers or they're creatives.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody on the platform are creative, but the creative people tend to migrate towards the flock towards each other. Isn't that interesting? Without even knowing, I didn't know you had written a book.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know
And
what I mean?
my thing
That's
is that
interesting.
I self-published my book and everything, and I paid. When you self-publish, you pay for the printing, the whole thing, and all that stuff. And it was great for a while. And now I'm working on my next book, and I want to have a publisher, a real publisher. I mean, a publishing house that will publish my book, so I don't have to do all the work.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how do you go about that? Do you approach them, or have you been approached by a publishing house, or how do you go about? Because I know
You
people who have.
have to shop your book around to publishing houses.
Okay, cool.
So you have to give them, your manuscript and everything. So and there's a lot of publishing houses. There's spiritual publishing houses, and somebody was saying earlier about not paying. No, if you have to pay, like Hay House has this whole thing where you pay to get published. No, I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm doing.
No.
I want to my work to stand for itself, and someone go, hey, there's value in this thing.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
publish it, whatever it happens to be. So
Yep.
yeah.
And
Max,
see, that's my goal too. Is I want my work to stand by itself. I mean.
Yep. I
Listen,
agree.
I'm going to drop down into your cheap seats. I'll stick around, but it's 3 a.m. here, and I need to get comfortable. If you know what I'm
Okay,
saying.
Helen, I get it. I get it. I love
Thank
you
you
so
for
much.
having me up, and it was so nice to have a chit chat. Like I say, I'll stick around in the cheap seats.
Okay. All right. I'm probably going to wrap up pretty soon anyway.
Can you drop me out? I'm not sure how. Oh, it's okay. I do know what I'm doing. I accept. Right. See you in a bit.
Okay. Bye. Oh, Dina found my book right there.
Yes, I found your book.
Yeah, that's my book. Here's a hard copy of it. I'll show you the hard copy of it.
Okay, well, it doesn't say what to purchase it on here. Continue.
There's the hard copy of it.
Are you on Amazon, Deanne?
Dina, yes, yes.
Are you? Okay.
There's my book right there.
That looks good.
Yeah, it's a good book. It's very basic, but it's pretty good. It's 30 days of positive questions. It's all about asking yourself positive questions for 30 days.
That's
So,
awesome.
So
yeah.
Wow, I want to get that one.
Yeah, it's on Kindle right now. So you can get the Kindle version. So,
Mhm.
yeah. That's it.
Well, I'm.
So what?
Yeah. Okay.
Would you ever publish an ebook?
Well, the Kindle is an ebook.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
If you get a Kindle, it is an ebook. So if you go there and you download it, I think it is on Kindle. I think that it's like if you download it, I think it's like $3 or something. Not much.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
Yep.
Can I read it online if I get it?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I have to deal with my cats. Hey, hey,
It's children.
hey. Yeah, you. This one.
I have a service dog, so
Crawling up the blinds, tearing down the blinds
Oh,
because she needs some attention. She needs attention.
I have a service dog, and she's been with me for 8 years, and
Oh,
she's really a good dog.
that's sweet. I love that. I love that. Okay, everybody. I think we're about wrapped up. I'm about tapped out.
well, thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
No, it's great to see you, Dina.
Max.
It's great to see you, Carolinda. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, everybody, and Michelle for coming on. That was a lot of fun, and you helped me to clarify a few things about social media. So, she is very, very cute. Yes, she is. She's very cute until she's tearing down your blinds,
Oh boy.
which we love. Say yes if you buy it on Kindle, you can read it online on your phone or iPad or wherever you want. That's right.
That's right. I'm trying to do that now.
Good. All right, everybody. I love you so much. That was really fun. Have an incredible rest of your morning in Scotland or your night or anything. And maybe I'll see you this weekend, possibly. I have a huge day tomorrow. I have a lot of work. So maybe I'll see you this weekend. Be good.
All right, Max.
I love you. Say I love you. Love you.
Love
Love you.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.